Hey everybody, it's Jose Lizarraga with Arizona Western College. I am the Outreach and Student Services Coordinator for La Paz County and also the instructor for ORI 197. I want to share with you guys a little bit about my academic journey along with my personal and professional journey or leading up to where I am now. So in sixth grade, we were in like a group activity and I noticed that some of my peers were getting called up by the teacher and I'm not gonna lie, I felt left out. I was like, why is he not calling me up? I noticing that some of my peers, we all have like a similar background. So why am I not being called to the front? So then I went up to him after class and I said, hi, I noticed that, you pulled in some of my peers and they're filling out the application. May I ask what it's for? And why was I not called up, right? So he was saying that it was for college. And at that time, I was like, yeah, I'm going to college. I knew nothing about college. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what the word meant. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to college. So he's like, I don't have an extra application, but let me put your name and your phone number down. That way they can get a hold of you. And I said, okay, perfect. So in sixth grade, I joined Talent Search. And in seventh grade, they took us on our first field trip to Arizona State University. And we happened to attend a campus tour on the week of either like Indigenous Week or there was something going on where there was like a rich, diverse group of people showing off their cultures. And I fell in love with ASU. I was like, wow, I need to come here. This is my place to go to. So in seventh grade, I knew I was going to Arizona State University, and I was looking forward to attending that university. So then, fast forward, Parker High School, graduated. At that time, I was not getting the support from my counselor. The reason why I knew that is because I also had a couple other peers attending ASU where we all got accepted. We were all excited to go. And they were getting called in for like scholarship opportunities at ASU. I was top 10 in Parker High. I was, pretty well established at Parker High School. But my counselor always pushed Arizona Western College on me, AWC. And at that time, I was already very heart set to go to ASU. And I already got my application, right? And it came back admitted. So I was already admitted to ASU. I was ready to go. And still my high school counselor was like, you should go to AWC. I did not agree with her at the time. So I still decided to pursue ASU. Then going to ASU, I can honestly say that summer was probably the biggest family fight that my family had encountered till this day. I like to say my family just did not know any better at the time. I am 13 out of 14 children that my father created, and the only one with college education. So my parents and family just didn't know any better at that time. So it was a big family disagreement. It was me against my family. It was me against the future, really, against the world. It felt like. Then I still moved to ASU. I still attended ASU in the fall, and I can honestly say I did not have my family support for the first 2 years, so my freshman, sophomore year. But because of that, I joined different organizations on campus, like Adelante, which is a Latino retention group, that allowed me to be exposed to other different groups and organizations on campus, like Hispanic Business Student Association, which is HBSA. And then through them, I also got to meet Greek life, got introduced to Greek life, and then I decided to pursue it my junior year. I got initiated, did my process, everything, and then that was probably like the best decision in college. I built such a great network through that. It felt like Parker High School all over again. where everybody knew who I was and I knew who everybody was. And it wasn't just the multicultural Greek council, it's also the Latinos, it was also the Black fraternities and sororities, it was also the traditional, non-traditional, or the traditional sororities and fraternities on campus. So everybody knew who I was. I got fraternity member out of all the fraternity guys on campus, traditional, Black, Latino, multicultural. I was the fraternity member of the year in 2010. So backing it up a little bit, on summer 2009, my family did experience like a big tragedy where we lost 3 family members, all in a car accident. And at that moment, I learned how strong Parker really is when it becomes to like adversity, moments of needs. This community likes to come together and be supportive and just offer all their love that they have. And I felt almost like indebted with Parker. I felt like I needed to get my degree and move back home to get back to what I felt like the community did for us, for my family, and for I. So I did. I graduated, moved back home. I worked for Child Protective Services for 6 years. And then I transitioned over to Arizona Western College. I've been here for 4 years now, July 2016, that I started working here. And I can honestly say that in college, it was hard for a small town boy to be part of big classes. So as many of you guys have attended orientation before, I share this every single time, but my first bio class was over 400 students. Not once did I meet the professor, nor did I send her emails, any of that. I did everything through her TA. And also I did not have support. So moving forward, my advice for you guys really is to take advantage of the opportunities you guys have, right? So if you guys have the opportunity to attend a smaller school, which is Arizona Western College, to attend a smaller class size, you also have the opportunity to have a support system. And if you don't, you can find people on campus that share commonality with you, right? So share anything that you might have in common with. It can be anywhere from like playing video games. It can be anywhere from like how big your family is. It can be anywhere from like your interests, your hobbies, all that. But find a good, solid support system. Somebody that's gonna like push you when you just feel like giving up. Because trust me, I did 5 years of undergrad, and sacrifice is what I learned. You have to sacrifice your time. You have to sacrifice your sleep sometimes. You have to sacrifice a lot. And but the reward at the end, like nobody can ever take away your education from you. Nobody can ever take away your experiences from you. If anything, that helped shape and form the person that I am today. And I'm forever grateful that opportunity that I had at ASU. But learn to find a support system, right? So my family didn't support me until I say my junior year. That's when they were all like, okay, I think he's serious about school. I'm like, yeah, I've been attending for 2 years, and also get involved, get to know people, be open-minded, and really get to know your professors. Like, they were so helpful in my academic journey. And now that I am educated, I'm able to come back to my community. I'm able to give back to my community. I feel like I solidly have done that through my work with Child Protective Services, and also I'm a coach for volleyball, an assistant coach for Parker Volleyball. And all that I felt like is rewarding, and now being at the college, I feel like it's even more rewarding to help you through your next journey, which is your adulthood, right? Managing your time is really important, super important. I wish I would have learned that as a freshman and not a junior. And it's okay to not know what you want, because I first went in for accounting and I ended up with a psychology degree. So do what's easy for you. Do what you love to do. Do what you know piques your interest, right? And a hobby. So always feel free to reach out to me or Yaneli. That's why we're doing this class. We want to share our stories with you and really get to know you. And I hope you guys got to know us a little bit more through us sharing these stories with you. But again, my advice is find a strong support system, manage your time really well, get to know your professors, and utilize the school resources a lot. Because I was king of tutoring. I love, especially with English. Use tutoring, use your resources, find peers that they're good at something, find them and really, have them be an additional support for you. Really just get involved and really invest in yourself. This is a time to invest in yourself, and this is a time to sacrifice a lot. So you'll learn though. You'll learn a lot of good stuff. So that's my story. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.